Hello, this is RavenX. Welcome to NGS cast between our two Div D teams. We like Tortles and Unicorns United. Again, I am RavenX. I am back for the first time in at least a month. I've been out moving, bought a new house, got my new setup. First time on camera, so hello out there. Hopefully I'm not too terrible to look at. But we are finally live and apparently very rusty on getting things set up. This is week one of the playoffs. Rules have changed just a little bit. Had to get caught up myself, so bear with me. Hopefully I don't screw anything up too much. We have our teams in the lobby waiting on one person. Looks like they're loading in now. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about the teams here just briefly. Top seed right now, I believe in Div D. Let me go ahead and pull up the Div D West scoreboard. We like Tortles. They are top seed, 21 points, 8-0-1. They had one loss, but 8 wins for this season 4, regular season. They are, looks like, pull up. Make sure I had all their information correct. We have Kalua, their captain. He is playing the DPS role. We have Gon on the tank. Dell is also playing a DPS role. Joshi Poo is on the flex solo lane. And Wisp is their support. Looks like they're playing with one or two subs for the evening. Both teams seem to have a little bit of a trouble getting their team fully in and ready for tonight's game, so see how that works out for both of them. Take a look here. I apologize, I am, like I said, setting a few things up still. It's getting used to the new change in my location and the change in these rules in the playoffs. So let's take a look at Unicorns United. We have Vardic, captain, playing the tank role. Henstall is the support. Lorbot is the flex solo lane. Silversteel is on that assassin role, as is Kenobi. So I'm looking forward. Div D is a ton of fun when I've casted Div D earlier in the regular season, so I cannot wait to have see what kind of special things they have in store for the playoffs. Again, I was not able to cast too much. Thank you, Murdo, for the raid. Thank you very much, man. I did not get to do a ton of Div D. What I did was absolutely tremendously fun. I cannot express how interesting it is to watch some of the Div D play. So I'm hoping we're going to see something interesting tonight, and not some of the super boring meta standard play that you see in the top divs, but good games nonetheless. Let the teams know they are in lobby, so I'm going to let them know that everything is set and ready to go. Let me make sure that we have everything set. All right. So yeah, looking at Unicorns United here, they went 2-0-7. So it looks like they had a little bit of a rough season. They did squeak into 8th place and make it into the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see. It does look like We Like Tortles has, looking at the stats alone, it looks to be very favored. But I have so far seen in the season, the postseason so far, quite a few upsets already. So we will see what these teams can bring to us today. Again, if you're just joining us, this is Division D West, top seed number 1 versus number 8 seed in week 1 playoffs. And I'm going to go ahead and see if both of our teams are ready to go. Alright, we're going to go ahead and hop into the lobby. We are in Battlefields of Eternity. I'm going to go ahead and get this game started. The bans for both teams, looks like We Like Tortles banned Tomb of the Spider Queen, and Unicorns United banned Volskaya Foundry. So, a little bit of a different playstyle on each of those maps, but BOE, Hanzo ban right off the bat. I was going to say, you looking to burn as the typically #1 priority. Burning through that Immortal. It's a very strong objective. Winner of the Immortal tends to get a pretty substantial lead. This map does have the potential for quite a bit of a snowball. Follow-up ban is a Medivh. So first ban Medivh on BOE specifically. Seems like that might be scouted, and looking at chat, looks like they definitely counter-banning someone. Looks like Vardak. I'll have to see, definitely as the season goes by, or the postseason, I got to look and see what people's tendencies are. Make sure ahead of time that we know who is getting target banned in these ban phases here. So first pick for Unicorn United. Hope to see some kind of burn Greymane. With the Hanzo gone, Vala might be an okay option, but without any tank or support bans here, would be a good time to go ahead and pick up one of those top tier supports or tanks or both. They only have one pick, so Maiev, great first pick on virtually any map. There's very few maps where Maiev just doesn't do anything good. Being able to hop in, pull people where they don't want to be, and then with the cage, be able to put people in a really bad spot to get dropped, all sorts of abilities dropped on top of them. It doesn't have a substantial amount of burn. She's okay with the autos, but the responses from We Like Tortles are Joanna and Thrall. Joanna is actually really good with the trait at just walking through Maiev's, any of Maiev's abilities that chain or displace, so that's a good call there. And then Thrall, with the 2-lane map, so have to see whether or not he's solo laning or if he's going to be in the 4-man or 2 or 3, however they run it. With you can go Crash Lightning, stack that in the 4-man, or he is flexible into the solo lane. So this gives them a decent amount of options as the game, or as the draft goes on, as to whether they need to pick up another frontliner as a solo laner, or maybe they want to put something else in the solo lane. I'd like to see at least a tank pickup on the side of Unicorns United. No, they're going to go ahead and pick up the support. Stukov does work great with Maiev and Tracer, so they have a little bit of a double dive going on here. I'm going to be really aggressive with that. Stukov with the silence in the Maiev cage, very powerful. My team ran that over and over again to great success, so hoping to see a lot of that here tonight. Now with the Stukov nerfs recently, it is you do have to be a little bit more careful with his abilities, because if you spam them, they're not going to be all that great. So you know, if they're on cooldown when you need them, as well as the mana, you actually have to manage your mana with his Qs now. You can't just throw them out constantly and keep people topped off. And then Tracer, that is an interesting choice with Maiev. Not a lot of AoE to make a substantial use of her cage or any of her tethers. The tether will help keep them in range of Tracer for a little bit longer. So we'll have to see how those two interact with one another. The response ban is Garrosh, which is a good choice. Battlefield, or with them already picking up their tank, and then again it being Battlefield of Eternity, Garrosh is able to throw people to to their death in the 4-man, and he is the, I would say, undisputed top tank at this point in time. So good ban on their part. Response to that is Greymane. So good burn. No burn characters really as of yet on the side of We Like Tortles, so that's a good answer. A good ban for them, since they already have a couple of their assassins. I am a little bit worried about Unicorn United lack of burn. And as I say that, We Like Tortles picks up their 2 burn in Vala and Artanis, both very capable of chewing through the Immortal. Vala is just all around a good character. She will struggle quite a bit against Tracer, so we'll have to see if Joanna can actually do an okay job on peeling her off, depending on whether her abilities are on cooldown. All Tracer has to do is wait for the stun and or the blind to go out, and then she's got free reign to just walk all over Vala. So we'll have to see how that interaction works out. Artanis, good counter with the Tracer, has nice blinds. He is capable of being in the solo lane or the 4-man. So again, it'll be interesting to see which of these two between Thrall or Artanis goes into the solo lane. And then, of course, like I said, the burn. They have a decent amount of burn on that team. So I'm wondering what Unicorn United will pick up in a response as to their burn capability. They pick up Varian and ETC. I wonder if this is going to be a Twin Blades. I hear so many people just talk down to the Twin Blades. They're just terrible choice, but for their lack of burn, it wouldn't be an absolutely awful option. They didn't have much camp clear. They had no burn really, so the Varian pick, I think, is almost. I'm almost willing to bet that that's going to be a Twin Blade Varian. And then ETC, good all around tank for them. He doesn't have to worry too much about poke, a little bit of poke from Vala and Thrall, but Vala, in order to poke him, has to put herself in range of his slide, and then Thrall's poke doesn't matter a whole lot against ETC, so ETC is a good pick for them here. Final pick, support, Lily. So they have plenty of blinds to help deal with the Tracer. The Varian as well, like I said, no matter what he picks, the blinds are going to shut him down for quite a bit of time. Same with Maev, unless you can get a substantial amount of Qs, all of the blinds are going to actually shut down a good bit of the damage on the side of Unicorns United. So on this map, I would give the advantage here to We Like Tortles. They should be able to win both the burn and I would say they actually should be able to win every team fight if they play it well. Don't let your squishies get isolated, and make sure that you're keeping on the Immortal burn when at all possible. Don't get bullied off too much, but no, I've been proven wrong when I look at a draft and I see, hey, this doesn't look too great, but then you get into the game and, oh wow, they just wiped the floor with the other team. So we'll see what ends up happening here. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is Division D West Playoffs Week 1. Top seed versus seed 8. We Like Tortles versus Unicorns United. Game number 1. Thank you for joining me today again. I have been on a hiatus from streaming and casting altogether. Might be a little bit rusty today. If something goes wrong, something doesn't seem too right, just let me know. I will make a point of fixing it. I just got the stream set up with my new setup, and like I said, I'm really enjoying what I have set up here so far. Can't wait to get the proper lighting on this to get some invisible action going on. So just see this giant green screen behind me, but it's better than probably everything that's behind it. But game is loaded up. Let's go ahead and introduce our characters. We have Vardic on the Artanis, Eom on Vala, Hanstal on Lily, Silverstill on that Thrall, and Lorbot playing the Johanna. And on the side of Unicorns United, we have Dell on the Twin Blade Varian. Again, I'm calling it now. We have Gone on the ETC, Klua on Maiev, Joshi Pool playing Tracer, and Wisp playing Stukov. Both teams opting to do a 1-4 to start. So let's see how this four-man clash goes bottom here. I imagine early game advantage in the four-man should go to Unicorns United, just because they have a ton of blow-up potential, quite a bit of CC available. But it will depend on who's able to clear waves better, and that definitely advantage does go to We Like Tortles. There's all that damage coming out. Silversteel's going to go ahead and go down. Oh, great slide. Go ahead and take out the Thrall as well. So 2 kills. Again, that substantial amount of kill pressure on the side of Unicorns United. We Like Turtles has to play safe, or they're going to just give a ton of kills early game like that. Joshipu going up for the gank on Vardic. Tana shouldn't have too rough of a time not getting ganked here, as long as he doesn't go too far out in lane. Take a look at our talents here. We have Amateur Opponent, Monster Hunter, Free Drinks, Crash Lightning, Hold Your Ground. We have Block Party, Bonds of Justice, Pulse Strike, Growing Infestation, and Overpower. Good engagements coming out from Unicorns United, just constantly abusing their ability to catch anyone even remotely out of position. Vardic up here trying to take a camp. He should be able to take this away from Dell at least before 4. We'll have to see how this fight ends up turning out here. Dell is also taking the damage from the camp, at least for just a moment. Joshipool coming up for the rotation. He's going to go ahead and take the camp. Does get the kill on Dell. Now is Joshipool going to go ahead and clean that up before Vardic can get out of there? Does not look like it. We have a unicorn spray coming out saying, hey, you can't get me. Good roots coming out from Silver Steel. Not a ton of follow-up. Nice pull into the silence, into an ETC slide. Thankfully for We Like Tortles, that is just to Joanna, so all they do is they pull a trait, no deaths. Now, with the first Immortal coming up in 15 minutes, we do have a little bit of a camp pressure pushing up top. We are running 2-3 on the side of Unicorns United, so they're going to go ahead and clean this up relatively quickly. We'll have to see. What did we get from Varian? Taunt. I would have lost. If I was a betting man, I would have lost. So we'll see. See what the taunt can do for them. Basically, they're going to have to run past the front line of We Like Turtles and just hop on that Vala. Taunt and erase, if at all possible. Now, We Like Turtles opting to burn, whereas Unicorns United is go ahead and grab this Bruiser camp. They're going to say, okay, well, we're not going to win the burn. We're going to go ahead and try and see if we can get some map pressure going here. And then move into the halftime, burn as much shields as possible. See if they're going to look to engage. It does look like they're just going to... Nope, they're going to go ahead and engage. And then defend the Immortal. Decent pulls from Maiev, however. She is isolated here, and she's going to go ahead and go down. Vardic, however, is also going to go down. Good taunt from Varian on him. Gon is looking to chase down Silver Steel, but... oh, there we go. He did go ahead and turn. Silver is really low. He's not going to make it out of there, so he goes down. 2 deaths on the side of We Like Tortles. We're going to make it 3. It is, in fact, 3. How about 4? Lorebot does get knocked out of place. Good bomb out by Tracer. That is a 4-man kill. Now, the problem is, the Unicorns United has no burn. They almost have to perpetually defend while they send one, and this right now, 2 people back to burn the Immortal. However, if We Like Turtles just... continues to stagger deaths, then that's not going to be a huge bit of problem for them. Unicorns United taking a great engagement. They are getting more Immortal Burn than I think they really should be able to with this, but great zoning by Unicorns on this first Immortal. Now there's a point where you need to just go ahead and give the Immortal. You know, you're not gonna get the kill, but unfortunately they went ahead and they committed to going in on that. Vala ends up going down. They're gonna go ahead and pick up Lorbot too. Great silence and stuns. It's insane amounts of CC out on all of those heroes. You can't even use their Joanna trait to get yourself out of it. So far, 11 kills for Unicorns United. 5 minutes into the game. Handstall goes down. It's just brutal engagements. Oh, looks like again, just fight after fight going for in the favor of Unicorns United. Despite the I'm sorry, we like Tortles. Apparently I have the teams backwards. I apologize. Go ahead and fix that here. I will fix their images here in just a minute after this game, most likely, so I apologize for that. So, actually, let me rephrase. We like Tortles is single-handedly doing a great job of just ripping through Unicorn United here. Now that first Immortal, they do get a fort, they do get most of a keep wall, both towers, so it's a huge win for them. They did pick up 10, but they weren't able to actually do much to capitalize on it. Alright, so they are setting up. We like Turtles are setting up for a bush gank here. Just like Unicorns United decided, nope, we're not gonna fall for that. However, there's a great engage or a great oh, nice taunt onto Lily. Lily goes down, almost gets a kill on just barely gets out of the way of Klua. Alright, they do pick up the Bruiser. They're going to go ahead and go to the burn. Again, they do have an 11-8 lead in levels, so they can pretty handily burn through this Immortal. They have a little bit of a push going, and Unicorns United have a push going on the opposite side. So they will send Maev up to deal with that. Meantime, halftime on the Immortals. No burn, really, as of yet, from Unicorns United. And we like Tortles. They have vision on all of Unicorns, so they're going to go ahead and they're going to continue burning through this Immortal. And they do get that pretty simple now. There's a hell of a flank onto Unicorns United. Goodbye, Hanstall. Lurking Arm. Good taunt and Mosh. Unstoppable keeps Lorbot from going down. However, with the Vala kill, there's not going to be a whole lot around to really be able to defend this Immortal. Hanstall getting chased down by the Tracer. Good bomb, however, Hanstall just barely gets a heal out on himself to keep himself alive. Meanwhile, Klua is pushing top against Vardic with this Immortal. Immortal's going to get a tower. Fantastic pickup for We Like Tortles. They're just going for blood again and again. So far, again, this has been very one-sided for We Like Tortles. However, Lorbot gets a decent dive onto Kahlua. Fluid just managed to walk out alive. No deaths for them as of yet. They're going to go ahead and look to pick up more kills. They are kind of low, but getting healed up nicely by Wisp. 2 more deaths for the side of Unicorns United. And the third. Honstal is going to go down. Is he? Oh, just barely. Lily has a ton of sustain. Looking at the talent side, they do go ahead. We Like Tortles takes another keep, or takes top keep, I should say. And they're just going to go ahead and keep pushing. They have an Immortal. They have a 4-level lead. They're just going to go ahead and keep going in on this core. This might be a little bit of an overstay. We'll have to see if they're able to pull out another set of kills from this. Vergana is extraordinarily low. They're going to go ahead and turn their attention to the core. 30%. However, 4 people die, 5 people die, so they get it down to 28%. There's a really good trade on that part. See if Unicorns United will be able to do anything with this to be able to kind of get a little bit of a counter push going. They are split. They're going to have to respond to the lane pressure on top. Meanwhile, they're going to go ahead and go over and take the Bruiser camp on the side of We Like Tortles. Try and get the map pushing the opposite way. And we have a little bit of a pause. Looks like we lost Vardic. Alright, so in the meantime, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fix our logos. I apologize for that. Everything is very off for me today, so hopefully as the playoffs go on, I get things back in the correct everything in the correct setup. So we have to make sure that we put things on the correct side. Make sure that they're on the correct side in the draft next time. That's what threw me off, is I had the intent to have We Like Tortles on the left side, and they are not. Alright, we're going to go ahead and going to start a timer. We're allowed 15 minutes of pause time per game, or per match, I should say. Now, so far, We Like Tortles is absolutely dominating this match. I can't see the kills. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, there it is. That was at 6-5. Is there an easier way to see this without having to do math? Oh, guess I have to do math. So we have 11, 15, 19, 22 deaths on the side of Unicorns United. That is a ton of kills picked up, and that's due to the absolutely substantial amount of kill pressure that We Like Tortles has here. I don't care about that screen, so I'll come back to this screen. Again, I apologize for the mix-up. Everything should be fine. I'm going to make sure that everything is correct in the next lobby. I think I even have their captains backwards, and that's gonna drive me nuts. Do I in fact have their captains backwards? We Like Tortles. Now, that is correct at the very least. I got that much correct. So. Alright, so we have one disconnected, one's running off to run to the restroom. I'm just going to sit and try and keep you guys entertained. If you are just joining us, this is, once again, Division D West Playoffs Week 1. We Like Tortles versus Unicorns United. Have everyone in the incorrect spot, but everything figured out now. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let me put you in game here. Take a look at our stats so far. So yeah, we have 7-22 in the favor of We Like Tortles. Their comp is just built to kill things. I mean, that is all it does. They don't have a lot of wave clear. They don't have a lot of camp clear. So it's it's purely we have to kill things or we're not going to get much done. And you know, and the lack of burn. But you know, when the other team's dead, it doesn't matter if you have burn or not. A lot of the engagements I've been seeing so far, it just seems like Unicorns United is a little bit discombobulated, a little bit all over the place. They're not able to correctly peel the immense amount of pressure that We Like Tortles brings with their engagement. So their hope was to, hey, let's hope to either win this immortal quickly and just be able to play defensively enough that we can win the objective, but it doesn't look like that's working out for them. Whether that's a communication issue or just a mechanics issue, I haven't quite seen that as of yet, but it does look like everything is clicking for We Like Tortles, so they're very much ready to close this game with this next objective. There's the Alarak hearts. Those don't see very often. I didn't know Alarak even had a heart. Just roasting Blizzard a little bit here. I am a Blizzard fanboy. Do mostly only play Blizzard games, but yeah, the rejoining definitely something that needs to be addressed. You just need to make a whole new client, make these things absolutely seamless, where drop a game, hop right back in. Nothing changes, or no downtime, very little downtime, and then this just don't matter all that much. You get dropped, come right back. I hope everyone so far is having fun. Again, I apologize for the mix-up. The the teams being backwards. I know that can be confusing. I've had that happen to my team in the past, and I watched the replay, and it's, no, this is wrong. Thank you guys for pointing it out for me. Hopefully the sound is okay. Previously, I just set up my actual recording mic for the first time ever. A lot of times in the past, people said that my voice was not very loud. I have a mic less than a foot away from my face, and should have all the settings set up properly, so you're not hearing a ton of background noise. If you do, it's probably my air conditioning. But let me know. Make sure that you can hear me okay, hear the game okay, and just let me know if anything needs to be adjusted or fixed. Now, if the 15 minutes does run over, we will have to continue with a bot. Artanis bot might have some god swaps, but I don't know if that will save them by itself. Alright, where did my music go? I guess when the game's paused, you lose music. Someone suggested it was Cersei. Suggested sound music website. So let's see. Found a thing. While we wait. Maybe. Let's see if it plays. No? Maybe? There we go. Uh-oh. Alright. Well, maybe that'll even the score. Well, there we go. He's back. That's good. If you guys are interested, the site I'm using is called Pretzel. It's app.pretzel. I think. I'll have to find the actual link. What it has me on is not, I think, not the actual. There we go. Yeah, app.pretzel. And it is free to play music while streaming. So I haven't checked it out too much. I do like the sounds I'm getting so far. Only I could integrate it into the stream. I'll have to see if I can integrate it into the stream and you can see what is playing. That would be nice. My apologies. Choking on my drink here. That's unfortunate. Alright. Well, we will stop the timer. Alright. So, we will keep that available for the team. There's a Mosh off of the pause. Get 2 kills off of that, it looks like. Martinez does not have a death timer, so that threw me off a little bit. Need to remember to mute the music. There we go. That's right, Tootie. I had to pause to fix the overlay. Alright, so with those kills, We Like Tortles is going to go ahead and march to core. However, Unicorns United is back to full strength. I would like to see We Like Tortles get 16 before they do anything aggressive here. There's those god tier bot swaps I was talking about. Nice engage coming out from Unicorns United. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a kill on Dell. Maybe? No, he does walk out. Klua gets a nice grab. Good ult. Great silence. Takes down two for none, though. Orbot's going to go ahead and keep going hard. Dell and Klua really low, walking out and then turning hard on Lorepot. Silver still picking up a kill. See if he can go ahead and... Nope, he is not going to get any more. He went ahead and traded his life for the Maiev. However, because of the 4 kills and the Artana spot, it looks like We Like Tortles are going to go ahead and be able to pick up the game number 1 in a pretty commanding fashion, while Artana spot continues to, I guess, defend the Immortal. But, that is very unfortunate. However, like I said, We Like Tortles had a pretty commanding lead up to that point, so it shouldn't have been a huge loss for them there. Go ahead and update score here. Now, this is a best of 3. We Like Turtles takes game number 1 on Battlefields of Eternity. Now, looking at the score screen here, see here, let's take a look at the damage. Tracer Maev, I wasn't sure how that was going to work out, but they did a ton of damage together. Just being able to go in and go hard on the other team. Thrall, he can be an okay tanky. Joanna Artanis, those are all decently tanky heroes, but it didn't matter a whole lot. A lot of their tankiness revolves around them using abilities to be able to either heal in the case of Thrall or shield in the case of Joanna. And with Lily has an okay amount of healing, but it's a very slow, sustained heal, so they're not quite able to heal through all that outpouring of damage coming out from that Tracer Maev. So great game by We Like Turtles game 1. We're gonna go ahead and try to see who I'm getting a hold of. I see Vardic in game. Let me reach out here. Make a there we go. Let's chat with our team. All right, so good game number 1. All right, so I gotta see what's going to be going on with Vardic. Let me see if I can get a hold of him here.
Yeah. I just told Vardic we're in number 2. He'll be here in a second.
All right.
He's back in game.
I see that. I don't know if he's back in the or if he's still trying to connect or.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Can't see his...
Sorry about that, guys.
It's all right. All right. So game number 2, Vardic, you get to decide. Are you guys picking
First
map?
pick. I'm gonna go first pick.
First pick.
Yeah, first pick in first band, so I'll let them have a map.
All right. So.
Yeah, of course. Praxis? Hey. Hey, Biggie. Good or bad? Yeah, we'll go to Praxis.
Praxis?
All right. So, how'd you guys mixed up game number 1? So, We Like Turtles will be on the left, game number, or on the right, team number 2, so that you guys are in the correct spot in game. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Good luck, game 2, guys.
Sounds good.
All right. So let's go ahead and get this set up. Hopefully we won't screw that up. As you just heard, we are going to Brax's Holdout. Another potential for quite a bit of a snowball. The Unicorns United opted to give the game number 2 or map pick to We Like Turtles, and that can be pretty decisive. From what I've seen, having first pick tends to be a better thing, more advantageous, but I don't know. We'll have to see where it goes here. We go ahead and get our teams in the lobby here. Now, if you're just joining us, we are on game number 2 Unicorns United versus We Like Tortles. We Like Tortles took game number 1. We are going to game number 2 on Braxis Holdout. Just waiting to get everyone into our lobby here, and we will be on our way. Now, unfortunately, we did have a drop game number 1. Hopefully, we can avoid that here. A note of the time left. Five 27. Having issues getting people in the game. Let's see what's going on here. Guess the lobby might be broken. Let me remake lobby here. I couldn't even leave the lobby. Let's try that again. There we go. Hey, lobby is up and running. Make sure we get everyone in the correct spots here. I gotta figure out who's on what team. I think we got one person on the wrong team. There we go. They made my life, make the life easy on me. Do have We Like Tortles in the correct spot this time, so we shouldn't have any more of that. Alright, and like I said, Braxis Holdout Game 2, chosen by We Like Tortles. Unicorns United decided to take first pick, so we're going to go ahead and get this game underway in... Alright. So, I've only seen this map a handful of times while casting. This season, a lot of teams, if they don't ban it, they just don't want anything to do with it. They don't choose it. They have a difficult time you know, a lot of teams have difficult times with the rotations and the fact that you just if you get behind early, you run into a lot of problems catching up. It is a very snowbally map. It's one that has always really been that way. They toned it down a bit. It was even worse when the map first came out, but it's not. It hasn't been improved, I think, as substantially enough. Like, I think they could fix it some more. I'm not sure how they do that, but I think they can. The other thing about this map is the boss. It feels worthless. Like, it feels like it's, unless you were very much ahead already, or just in a very advantageous position, taking the boss is more of a risk than the reward that it gives, because its push is weak compared to other bosses in the game. But let's talk about the draft. We have first ban on Unicorns United, Stukov. Imagining that they weren't too thrilled with it the last game. And they don't want anything to do with it this game. So the response is Malfurion, of course, by We Like Tortles. Tends to be the current state of being where one of those supports gets banned, the other one is response banned. However, that does leave Kane open. And Deckard, this is a pretty good map for him because of the point control. You just set up potions on the point and your team can hold it pretty well. Unicorns go ahead and they pick up Ragnaros, pick number 1. That is a very ballsy move, at least in my opinion. Picking that right away, you're kind of giving your hand. You know he's likely going to be in the solo lane, and you know it's exploitable. What does Rag do? Well, he can opt to be a strong frontliner, or he can be a poke with the meatball. And the We Like Tortles decided, well, we're gonna throw everything at you possible that makes that a bad decision on your part. Garrosh makes Rag almost worthless in the upfront because he's gonna pick you up, throw you, and you're gonna get erased by the rest of his team. And then Genji is fantastic at ganking the solo lane, especially on this map. So those are two incredibly strong picks in response by We Like Tortles. Now here, if I was Unicorns United, I would definitely pick up Deckard here. I think it's a good pick. He's really good against Genji. You know, Genji, he's great against the dive. Once you hit level 7, I believe is a Kanai's Cube, shuts down all the dive for a little bit of time. But no, we're gonna see Avarian and Lily by Unicorns United. Lily, they picked that game number 1 too. It didn't do a whole lot for them, so I wonder if that's a comfort pick for their support. So far, you know, picking Lily that early in the draft, I feel like is not necessary, because you're showing your hand. You know, this is the support I'm going to have. Take all the damage that makes the support worthless. And then Varian is a good answer to Genji, an okay answer to Genji. But he's going to end up being in the 4-man, most likely. So the pick potential is there, but he has to be careful against the Garrosh, because you go in, dive in hard on someone, and then you're thrown away. Ban by We Like Tortles is the Lunara. I have not seen a ton of her since her rework. I haven't seen really personally whether she's much better now. I have heard that she gives squishies and mages in particular a difficult time, and really she always did that. It was always difficult to. If Lunara was able to get onto your backline unpunished, she just destroys everybody. and then she leaps away. So it's with the Lily, I don't know. Well, they weren't going to be able to take her, so it's an okay ban. I wonder if they're picking something that is susceptible to it. Balthazar is a good answer. But going back to the ban, Unicorns bans Medivh. Again, for like game number 1, it's likely a targeted ban for them. Brightwing and Kel'Thuzad picked up by Braxis. That's interesting, because Brightwing's just not very much in the meta right now. Brightwing Genji, the Brightwing bomb, was a thing at one point. Not sure if that's still a thing. Kel'Thuzad on this map is a little bit risky because of how early game this map is. He is a late game hero. Now the Cassia and Joanna picks, again, they go with the really heavy blind heroes. Cassia doesn't do a lot for their team. She actually gets destroyed by heavy mages like Kel'Thuzad. And then Joe's an okay pick as a response with the Garrosh on the other team. Then we have a Rexxar by We Like Tortles. So he's looking to try and own that solo lane. Again, most likely against Rag, but we'll see. It could be Rag, could be Varian. Could be Cassia. I've seen that. I don't know why people do that, but I've seen that. But we'll have to see. I have to see what they opt to do. The Cassia pick was interesting. There's nothing on We Like Tortles team that Cassia is going to counter. Cassia has the ability to do a good bit of damage, but you normally take her as a counter to a heavy AA hero like Greymane, like Vala, potentially Hanzo, but kind of hard to get to Hanzo. Any things that are up front that you're gonna want to blind and then just poke at with all of your abilities and your autos if you can get in range. So we'll see. Let's see if they can get some damage, decent damage out with Cassia. She does start off level 1 with a decent amount of damage, depending on if you go Q or if you go Charge Strikes. Charge Strikes gives you a decent early game boost, whereas Q gives you the ability to poke, be more late game. But again, this is an early game map. Late game strat's probably not the best idea, but we will see. We'll see if I'm not sure who to give this to. I do. I'm not a fan of the Kel'Thuzad, but I am a fan of Genji. So we'll see. We'll see what happens up in the solo lane. And it's Joanna. Okay, no. That's going into the solo with the Ragnaros. Vardy on Joanna. Hansel with Lily. Orbot on Cassia. Silverstill on the variant of Tortles. Joshipu on Rexxar. Boa on the Kel'Thuzad. On Garrosh. Del on Genji. And Wisp on Brightwing. So, We Like Tortles have pretty substantial. They won game 1 pretty heavily, or pretty handily. So let's see what they can get picked up by. If they do that again. Decent choice. Brightwing is gonna have through all the damage, but Joanna goes down. I apologize, my game appears to be lacking. Let me get that. See if I can fix that here.
The beacons are energizing.
This guys, everything apparently seems to be going 100% wrong. Great job on the Garrosh keeping unicorns off of the Kel'Thuzad, just giving Kaloa the ability to stack as the game goes on. The quicker he gets stacked, the better off they're going to be. Sorry guys, let me go and figure out what the lag issue is. Kill on the Varian there. Okay, I apologize. Computer was doing an update, got that sorted out. Back up and running. Now, the first Zerg wave picked up very handily, it looks like here, by We Like Tortles. They're going to go ahead and look to get some additional kills, already up to 3 so far. Almost a full level lead, and the Zerg wave, they're going to go ahead and continue to get a lead on Unicorns United here. Up in the top lane, we do have Joshipu going on. Eom here. Dive from Dell. Not going to be able to do a whole lot. But whatever keeps them busy, keeps them... So like I said, Kahlua can stack here. So far he is up to 19 stacks already, so he's... well on his way to get those stacks figured out. Or finished here. A quick glance at the talents here. Ooh, Del Disco in does not quite get his target. Bardic picked up. Ooh, Garrosh. A little bit overextended here. He does get taken down for it. Genji able to walk away. Wisp is not careful. He's going to get picked up too. What did we pick for our level 4 on Varian? We do have a taunt. What Lion's Maw as well. So he's looking to get quite a bit more burst against his taunt targets. We do get charge strikes. Q build from Rag. Hold your ground. So nothing too out of the ordinary. Again, the Lily Wind Serpent's interesting because there's not a lot of neat things that you need to blind on the other team. Joshi is getting ganked up top here. He is getting extraordinarily low, and he does go down. Dell does try to save him with the Genji, but unfortunately was not able to do so. And again, it's nothing too out of the ordinary. Like I said, the Wind Serpent is a little bit... I'm a little bit confused on the talent choice, but we'll see. Now, that was a great turn by Unicorns to actually pick up a couple kills here. So this match, so far, while they're a level, half a level behind, they are in a decent position so far to actually make a little bit of a run at this game. It's a failed bush gank by We Like Tortles. Continuing to get stacks on Kahlua. How close are we now? We are 29. One more stack and he will be stacked really quickly. And then he's going to start bringing the pain. There goes the stack. Silversteel eating a ton of damage. Unstoppable goes out, keeps him alive. Gon goes in, grabs Lorebot. They're going to go ahead and turn on Lorebot, get as much damage out on the Cassia. Cassia just go down to the KT. Dell thrown out of or to safety by Gon. Tried to grab Silversteel, but was not able to throw him back into his team. So again, that was a good pickup by We Like Tortles. Up here in the solo lane, Eom is kind of pushing in rather well. He did get a camp to go ahead and help with that push. He's got almost a whole tower down, whereas Joshi has not been able to siege too much. Siege camp picked up by We Like Tortles on the side of Unicorns United. Get that push. They're going to go ahead and walk in, throw the Vardic. However, they're going to go ahead and pop the Unstoppable, get away from there. Dell just poking in on Honstal and the Lily there. I'm going to go ahead and push a little bit with this camp, try and get as much pressure as they can. Meanwhile, they're just racking up beacon progress here. Looks like they are going to go ahead and pretty handily get this again. However, we have a little bit of a out of position. Brightwing not quite dead. Oh, it keeps coming back in. It's trying to actually help and heal the team. However, she needs to go ahead and just walk out of there. Meanwhile, Del goes in with the Dragon Blade, gets a 1 kill, 2 kills. Looking to capitalize and pick up Lorebot as well. Weiss just not going down. Sat with virtually no health for the longest time and manages to not die there. Great, once again, great engagement by We Like Tortles. Is picked up by Gon, thrown in, and is going to go ahead and eat everything from the Zerg wave. Meanwhile, they're going to go ahead, and We Like Tortles is picking up this top fort with their Zerg wave. Not too much going down to bot here, however, they are 3 levels up. They do have the level 10 advantage, so as soon as this wall goes down, they may be able to just walk right past and just look to engage under keep. They're going to go ahead and throw Vardic in. Vardic is extraordinarily low. Good combo by Kel'Thuzad. Silversteel goes down. Weiss blows the ult to disengage, it looks like there. Joshi is incredibly low. He's going to want to go ahead and back up. Just let Misha die there. Meanwhile, Del continues to poke with the... Oh, Eon gets thrown in. And again, the positioning is absolutely treacherous with them. Gon is just taking every opportunity to throw someone in to get killed off by the damage of We Like Tortles. Good ult by Lily, try and keep the team alive. Great lightning ball. This is going to go ahead and confirm 2 kills for Unicorns United, so it's a good keep. However, they need to go ahead and kill off the rest of the Sword Wave so that the keep is continues to stay just barely alive. So that's an okay defense. They were able to secure... Our We Like Tortles was able to secure another fort. Great keep wall. They have opened up a win condition either with the boss or the next Zerg wave. They can push opposite the Zerg wave and get a decent amount of, or at least pick up the keep, if not 2 at that point. Unicorns United picks up their siege, or their cruisers. Meanwhile, We Like Tortles is picking up their siege. It looks like Unicorns was debating on invading, however, they thought better of that, probably because of the 13 to 11 talent advantage that We Like Tortles has right now. We Like Tortles is going to go ahead and engage quite a bit of a forward, nice throw out by for Kahlua, keeping our lives, seals them alive. Silver is going hard, not able to secure a kill. However, Joanna and Silversteel do go down. Honstal also going down. Genji's just going balls deep with the Dragon Blade, not able to secure the kill on Lorebot. But this will give them the opening to go ahead and take the boss, and that will push bottom. Meanwhile, while Unicorns has to deal with that, they can go ahead and turn and push top and secure that keep. Unless Unicorns opts to ignore the boss. Would not be the best option for them, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure I've seen any rag traits as of yet. This would be the opportune time to use it though, so... Oh, Vardic out of position, gets thrown. Great ult! And follow-up by Genji to secure the Cassia kill. Meanwhile, good ult by Vardic to go ahead and disengage. However, Vardic's going to go ahead and get thrown back in. I do not think... Oh, we do have an Unstoppable. They're going to go ahead and use the rag trait and try and defend this. Honstal throws out the jugs, get as much healing as possible. However, they're absolutely erased by Kahlua. And we have Weiss throwing out the Emerald Wind. Silversteel's so far in the back line. There's 3 deaths. They have a very healthy boss. They're going to go ahead and grab Lorebot and absolutely erase her as well. This Kel'Thuzad pickup has just worked tremendously well for them because they were able to stack him very early and just absolutely destroyed. Game number 2, again, 20 kills to 4. They're going to go ahead and take this 2-0. So, again, great games by like Tortles. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see if we can grab them, grab Kahlua for an interview. Let's take a look at our score screen here. Now, with the, let's take a look, who had all our kills? Kel'Thuzad, of course, 9-9-0, 45,000. He just absolutely demolished. And again, I wasn't sure about it being a potential late game character, but he was fully capable of stacking very early and then just absolutely demolishing everyone with his combos. Cassia was able to stick with almost with him with Kahlua in damage. However, the damage was not quite as substantial as the Genji and the Kel'Thuzad. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull in Kahlua for an interview. So let's go ahead and get that set up here. Alright, let's go ahead and join him in the lobby here. Hey, Kahlua.
Sorry. How's it going? Sorry.
Not too bad. Had a great time watching that game. Good games.
Oh, thank you. How's it going?
Yeah, I talk about you guys just absolutely stomped both of those games. I can definitely see how you guys got seed number 1 so far this season.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We're just a bunch of friends from school, so.
Gotcha.
We have a good
Okay.
time.
Yeah, having fun. I tried to tell my teams every time I played with my teams. I say, hey, this is, to me, having fun is more important than winning. Winning is great,
Oh, yeah.
but you know, if you're not having fun while you're winning, then what the hell's the point? So,
Yeah. No, honestly, I feel like we win more when we just say, I want to play this hero today. And then we're like, all right, we'll make it work. And then we win and we have more fun, so it's great.
nice. So you, I apologize. I have not seen your season stats, but you know, do you guys tend to run a particular style of play, or do you just kind of decide, okay, well, we're gonna do this week because we can?
I don't like, honestly, we just kind of pick whoever we want in the moment. We don't really practice or anything because half of us are on the east, half of us are on the west coast of Canada, so we don't really get to play together. We just kind of come together at game times and then play who we want. So it works out. We have roles at least, but we found success with Medivh and with Kel'Thuzad, which was why there was the Medivh bans in the Kel'Thuzad game.
I wondered. I saw the double Medivh. I figured that was a scouted. You know, they're banning. Who was the Medivh player in your team?
I am the Medivh player. So last time we played them, they were our last game in season, and Gone, normally our tank player played Anna, and I played Medivh, and we just did the Nano Boost Medivh, and I think they just didn't want to see that ever again.
Boost Medivh. I've not seen that. That sounds terrifying, though.
So you have permanent shields, and I literally put out 16k hero damage in less than 40 seconds.
That sounds ridiculous.
It was one team fight. It was beautiful. If you haven't done it before, strong recommend.
I will have to look at and see if I can piss someone off in Hero League and see if we can do something with that. But So let's talk about game number 1, Battlefield of Eternity. That was, if I screwed everything up game 1. That was your guys' map choice, correct?
Their map choice.
Their
Took
map
first
choice.
pick on that one.
Okay. So you banned, because I had the teams backwards, but you banned
Yeah.
Hanzo
We banned-
immediately, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then,
That was just because we were talking, and we said, "Do we want to race today, or do we want to defend?" And they said defend, so I just snapped it out.
yeah, so your response to that, you picked Maev Stukov, if I remember correctly.
Sounds about right. We had them both. I don't really know the order.
Yeah, I believe it was Maev Stukov, and then you third picked Tracer, and you first picked Maev, and then you picked Tracer Stukov. And I questioned the Tracer. I was like, I don't know how well this is going to work together. And then you guys just constantly, every team fight, just hopped on someone and erased them from the board. So
That was the goal.
it worked out tremendously well. So I mean, I looked at the comps and I said, okay, so Unicorns has burn, but We Like Tortles has kill pressure. They don't have a lot of camp clear. I could have sworn that Dell was going to go Twin Blades because you guys had no burn. I figured it, well, that's gonna be your. We're gonna attack with 4 and then let the Twin Blade variant just wail on the Immortal, and then he picks Taunt, and damn it, I was wrong.
Yeah. Honestly, we just said you don't have to win the solo lane. Go taunt. We don't care about the race. We're gonna kill them, and then we can kill the Immortal as slow as we want. So we just had him and ETC just zoning as me and Tracer killed the Immortal in like probably a minute and a half longer than it should have been.
Yeah, it lasted forever, and I'm like, there's no way that they should be winning this Immortal, but they're doing it anyway.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
So game number 2, Braxis. Do you guys have you played a lot of Braxis this season?
We'll pick it when it's not banned.
Okay.
I love playing Kel'Thuzad, and I find that I can stack on that map normally like around level 7, level 8, and then it's just a great time.
See, I wasn't sure about the Kel'Thuzad. I know it's a 4. It tends to be a 1/4 map, so you have plenty of targets if they're positioning for it. But it is depending if you do not get stacked, it's an early game map with a potentially late game character. So it's a potential risk to do that.
Yeah, my thinking was because they had the Reg and the Varian at that point. So I knew one of them would be in the solo lane, which left either solo tank Varian, in which case they'd probably take some sort of front line to go along with him, or it would be, so I expected there'd be at least 2 melees in the 4-man, which is all you really need.
Yeah, you can just stack off them all day. So it worked out incredibly well. I thought that there was a point where it looked like Unicorns might turn it. They had a decent defense at top keep, but you guys had already done well. Like kind of like game 1, you wiped on core, but less like 10 minutes into the game, you got it down to like 40%, so it didn't actually matter. Yeah. Game 2, similar concept. You go through top fort, you get keep wall, you get keep damage, they kill you, but it doesn't matter because you're like 3-4 levels ahead anyway. So, you guys. I don't think I saw you guys at all in the regular season, but I imagine it looked a lot like what I saw here tonight. So,
those were our 2 most played maps for sure.
Okay, gotcha.
Similar style of them works for us well.
Well, maybe
splitting the role.
Maybe it gives the rest of the division in the playoffs something to think about as to what they're going to take away from you. But again,
we'll probably play on one of those 2 maps every night.
Well, you got one or the other, so it works out well for you.
Exactly.
Well, like I said, it's you guys came in strong to this tonight. I imagine you guys are going to continue to be strong. Is there anything you want to shout out to your team or anyone else before we go here?
Yeah, so shout out to my team. Shout out to Dell for last second filling in because one of our guys is working ridiculous long days and fell asleep. So he came in clutch with like 5 minutes to spare. So it was good. And then, that's basically it. Thanks for the cast. We really appreciate it. And probably watch it tomorrow.
All right, you're gonna see I screwed up the you guys had you guys backwards because I had you in the lobby wrong. So the first half of the first game, you guys are Unicorns United for a little while. So
It happens.
it's been a blast. Thank you for allowing me to cast, and good luck for the rest of the postseason. All right.
Yeah, if you're looking for another cast, we'll be playing again soon.
I'll keep an eye open. I'm sure I'll be looking to see who I can pick up going into week number 2. But good, like I said, good luck for next week.
All right, thanks. Have a good night.
Yep, you as well. All right, that was Division D West playoff week number 1. We Like Tortles versus Unicorns United. This is Ravenex coming back after a month or 2 long hiatus from streaming and casting, so it's a little bit of a rough ride. Hopefully next week, casting my next game, I'll have everything set up better, get back into the swing of things. But if you like what you saw, if you enjoyed the cast and the stream, go ahead and give it a follow. I would love to have you guys back for additional casts and my own gameplay. Probably going to play a little bit this evening after the cast is over, but yeah, We Like Tortles takes a very commanding 2-0 here. I'll go ahead and update the score here. 2-0 over Unicorns United. Unfortunately, that is the end of Unicorns United season. Good luck to them in the next season if they continue with NGS or wherever they opt to go. But again, this is Ravenex signing out for the evening. Thank you for watching and supporting NGS, Nexus Gaming Series. Feel free, if you're not aware, check it out, nexusgamingseries.com. They do have a Discord. Go ahead and check it out, see about joining a team and playing in this wonderful league sometime in the future, hopefully next season, coming up here in the next month or so. But again, have a good night. Thank you for joining me, and look forward to seeing you in my next cast.